So let's have a look at the roadmap.
Okay. All right. I have a copy of that in front of me. With regards to the roadmap, we have the orange high priority items 1 through 6, the medium priority items 1 through 4, the low 1 through 5 in the purple, and then the Project D, which is top secret. And if I told you, I'd have to go ahead and have the MI5 come over and take you out. So I can't talk about the Project D, but it's very subversive and very, very secret. Actually, it's really cool. I wish I could say something more, but I can't. That's quite a ways out. But anyway, to get focused on what we have now and what we're working on here, basically in the orange category, those are items that should be updated, let's say, in the next 30 to 60 days. The first one is we're always improving our smart contract functionality, keeping our code in our smart contract for hosting, updating that. So we're working on doing some performance patching there. Items 2 through 6 is basically being able to use Uniswap and being able to trade Ether1 or ETHO, our cryptocurrency, on decentralized exchanges. Now, I got briefed by this by Fallen Gravity, one of our top developers, and I'm going to try to put this in English for everybody else, like the way that I understand it. So hopefully he doesn't get mad at me for butchering his explanation. So the idea here is that you have all these decentralized exchanges out there that are operating on ERC20 and Ethereum based, right? And so wouldn't it be nice if we could do this Uniswap technology? I would encourage your viewers to go ahead and Google Uniswap, and it's the ability to be able to trade your asset on other exchanges. So what happens here, just basically 2 through 5, is, and we're very close to getting this launched, I think it's even working right now in beta, is you basically say, I want to trade 1,000 ETHO, right? And you want to trade it on one of these decentralized exchanges. You send your ETHO into a smart contract on our network, and it's all pretty drag and drop. It's all built-in stuff. It's not super, don't have to program anything. You basically say, you send it to the smart contract. That smart contract wraps that ETHO into basically ERC20 tokens, kind of like what they do for Bitcoin and other things on Ethereum. And then you can then trade it basically as an ERC20 token on a Uniswap exchange, and you could swap it for other. You could swap it for ETHO, or you could sell it, or you could move it around, or you could trade it against any other currency. And then when it comes back to you, when you want to basically unwrap it from your ERC20 contract on the main Ethereum blockchain, is you go ahead and you send that to another an Ethereum contract. It then unwraps that, turns it back into unwrapped ETHO, and comes back in your ETHO wallet. So it gives you the ability, once again, to trade ETHO on decentralized exchanges through Uniswap. So if we don't necessarily are trading on that exchange, you can go ahead and wrap it as an ERC20, and it does it all that seamlessly, in and out through this. So that's really, really enhanced trading functionality. So that's, hopefully I explained that.
Yeah, no, that was very good. Just on that, for Ether1, given that it's a fork of Ethereum, does it have gas fees? Are they?
We do have gas fees, but our gas fees on our network are like minuscule. It's practically nothing. When you do get into the actual into the trading, I assume there are some gas fees. That's a good question. I'd have to get back to you on that. My understanding, it isn't anything that's going to break the bank. It's pretty reasonable to do so.
Yeah, and can applications be built on Ether1?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So let's that's kind of backpedaling. We are a completely standardized Ether blockchain. Everything you can do on Ethereum, you can do on us. In other words, you can have your own token on ETHO, right? On our network, you can go ahead and tokenize your own asset on Ether1. You can write smart contracts on Ether1. We use Solidity. Everything applies. It's exactly the same as Ethereum. If you can do it on Ethereum, you could do it on us, except for like a fraction of the price. I mean, like a thousandth of the price. We're drastically less expensive than Ethereum. And especially today, I think Ethereum's up at, I don't know what it was, some 400 and change or whatever, 450. I mean, gas prices on Ethereum are getting very expensive. Yep. And for my little company, that's why we do development and actually deployed some products, solutions on Ether1, because it was just so cost effective. Why do I need to pay Ethereum gas prices when I could do it at Ether1, and I could take the same contract and I can deploy it on Ethereum? If I get a client that's a Fortune 500 company and they don't mind paying $20 a transaction, God bless them. I'll mark up the transaction. I'll go launch it on Ethereum. If they say, look, we're a smaller business, we're an SMB, we just need the functionality, we don't need to be on Ethereum, no problem. We put it on Ether 1 and they can have the smart contract for pennies on the dollar. So we can do it all. So
very good.
That's kind of a roundabout question.
Okay, no, thank you for that. All right, Jim, do you want to carry on going through the roadmap?
Okay. So that's basically talking about our priority is Uniswap and being able to trade ETHO, our currency, on decentralized exchanges through Uniswap. And we're working on that right now, and that is in beta, and it should be fully announced here in several weeks. Media priority stuff. We just did a complete upgrade for our mobile wallet. It's super cool, unbelievable interface. It is multi-currency right now. We are holding, and I wrote them down. Right now, you can have Ethereum in it and a few other Ethereum-based EVM type tokens or currencies. We can add an EVM or Ethereum-style token into our wallet. I understand it takes like 5 minutes. It's unlimited. We could have all of them. It's very, very easy to add. We're working with the BPSAA to be able to add other tokens to our wallet that are part of that community. The ones that aren't Ethereum style based, then obviously it takes a little bit more work, but we can. We're working with them to be able to bring in all those currencies. Item 2 is a global username service, which is what we call kind of contacts in the cloud, which basically is going to allow you to get rid of QR codes and stupid addresses, right? When you have to, if you want to send somebody crypto, you got to give them your hash address, and then they have to work with it. They can't remember whatever. This is going to be able to tie it into crypto rich, right? And that's all you need to know. And I'm hash rates is my handle on the web, and you can send it to hash rates or crypto rich. And what's really cool, really exciting about this is that all those currencies in our wallet can work with that. So if I want to send crypto rich some Ethereum, no problem. I'm going to send 10 Ethereum from my wallet to crypto rich. I don't need to worry about, I got to get his ERC20 address and all that BS. You don't have to do any of that. I send it to crypto rich. So anything that's in our wallet, I can send to you with your name. So that's really cool.
Provided I've registered that particular name, that I've created that name.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. You just go in, you just say, this is my name, and that's it. And then it becomes yours. And it's unique, and we call it, it's hosted in a database on our decentralized network, that it's yours forever, and that's it. So you register your name. I don't even think there's any fees associated with it. There is, it may be some minuscule gas fee of, 1/10 of a cent or something. It hardly costs anything to be able to probably get that done. And then you have that, and now but the thing that's really cool about it is it works for all the currencies that are in the wallet. And so later on, we could have hundreds of ERC20 or Ethereum style tokens or currencies in our wallet, and you just send it. You can pick any of them, send to you, and you get it. So Great. It's really nice. Desktop version is the same thing, except it's going to be our updated desktop wallet that has all the same thing as our mobile wallet, except some really cool additional functionality like recurring payments. Let's say, for example, I need to pay you every week for a Coca-Cola, right? And you send it to me. Well, I can send you Etho every week. Set it up every week. Send Rich 100. Boom, 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 and it happens automatically. And also complete cross functionality and syncing with your mobile devices. So whatever you do in your mobile wallet, you can see in your desktop wallet. Whatever you do in desktop, you see in your mobile. All your currencies in both wallets are completely synced. Really cool. Who doesn't love that?
Very cool. Okay. Right. All right.
Kepler update is a little bit heavier. Right now, and this is crypto or geek speak, when you run a node operator, we run 3 sets of binaries. That basically means as a node operator, you run 3 programs at one time. You run Geth, which is the language for running Ethereum. That's kind of the client. Then we run an IPFS style client inside the software, which is also our own version of that, our own proprietary design that's in there. Of course, it's open source and you can see it, but we designed that. And then we have our overlay. So you're running 3 binaries together to operate a node for us. Now we've packaged this all up and it's really fun and easy to do. And it's one command line to install, blah, 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 but it's still 3 binaries. The Kepler update is going to combine it all into one binary, which is going to mean you'll learn one program to run a node. It'll be much faster, much more efficient, much easier for our node operators. So if you're digging into technology and you like running nodes and you like hosting and you like making money and you want to work as little as possible, we're going to make it even easier for you to do so. That's that update.
Cool. Okay. And the low priority ones, you mentioned the recurring transactions, add new coins. Is that like adding new coins to the mobile wallets, but also that can be given and taken as payments for the node operators?
Yeah, that is just basically adding additional coins. That's kind of part of kind of, let's say, the medium priority stuff.
Mhm.
Again, if it's an EVM token, it's easier for us to add. Depending on how many people want it, we can add it relatively easy. But for example, if we wanted to add Bitcoin to the wallet, or some other, let's say, Monero or something like that.
Pirate chain.
Private chain, whatever. Yeah, those take a little bit more time, and we need to work with the other development team on that. And so, again, that would be coins that are outside of our, let's say, out of our normal EVM space or our technical space. So that is a long-term project, and that takes a little bit more time. And so we put that off. User interface 2, even though we just came out with a brand new wallet and all that, they've already working on a new design to make it even sexier, faster, cuter, cooler, easier to work. Software development never ends. The website's never done. The wallet never looks good enough, right? That's just our developers striving for excellence all the time, trying to provide the best user experience they can. And so that's probably going to be user interface 2, user interface 3, user interface 4. That just never ends. ETHOFS Mobile is to be able to host a website from your phone and upload and do all that functionality from your phone. Right now, when you run your website, you run it basically from your desktop client. I don't know why you want to run or upload content from your phone. Maybe you're taking pictures or you're doing videos or whatever, and you want to be able to get that content up from your phone because you're a crazy journalist and you want to get it right online before something bad happens, and you want it to live forever on the blockchain. Maybe that would be a use case. Again, for me, I'm thinking, why do we do that? What's the use case for that? But apparently our developers and others think, look, it'd be fun to do that.
Yeah, well, Chris, I think there's plenty of use cases in Africa or in Southeast Asia or poorer parts of the world, right? Where the threshold, it's easier to get a smartphone than it is to get a laptop.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right. And again, that's just, the Western side thinking, primarily Europe and American, we always think about, well, we already have these tools. I've got a friend of mine, this fellow that I met online. He lives in Phoenix, Arizona, and he trades crypto, and he only has a phone. He doesn't even have a computer. A fellow, let's say, less modest means or whatever, but he's out there. He's in the crypto space. He believes in decentralization, and all he has is a mobile phone. So it does apply to the United States. Whether or not he wants to run a website from his phone, I don't know, but we're going to make it happen.
Very cool, very cool. And Project D you can't talk about, but what people can do is, and I'll have all the links in the description below, is go join the Discord channel and get up to date and find out what's going on and do your own due diligence. Now, this project, thank you so much for that, Chris. This project has been going on for a while, but nobody knows about it.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. And that's the development team is bar none the best I've seen. These guys are fantastic. They're dedicated. They're a little bit private, but that's okay. But they really do a good job. When I stumbled across this project, I think like in 2018, I'm like looking around saying, you got to be kidding me. This place is amazing. And I originally really loved the community. But the problem, Rich, is that people today, everybody, especially in the crypto space, I don't want to say they're greedy, but it's almost too much. It's like, maybe there's more than just trying to flip a coin or flip a project for 100% return in like 3 days, right? Maybe there's a little bit more to life than that. And so, I think with just to be honest, our currency is floated around. It's been stronger at times. It's been a little bit weak. And the minute anybody sees any weakness, they just abandon it, right? Within 3 seconds, oh, this sucks, and they move on. And I don't think people appreciate really what this project does and the technology below it. And that's been a challenge for us, is to get the word out about this decentralized hosting, that you can anonymously have data. Nobody can censor you. You have disaster recovery. You have business continuity. You have this crazy thing where your data basically will float around the network to provide low latency responses to where your users are. It is extraordinarily powerful. Now, it does have a very, very, it is not easy to use, right? It's not as easy at this point as basically maybe going to GoDaddy and setting it up. You have to do a little DNS work. You have to be able to, there's some limitations on some of the data. We don't execute data on the server, right? It's client-side execution. So, the Java applet for your website has to work inside the browser, which is actually good for everybody versus a server side. So that's kind of a computer geek talking, right? So it has to be client-side execution. And so that makes people a little bit different, a little bit challenging. But if people understand what you can be able to do here, and as you and I discussed prior to starting the call, the political climate today, whatever country you're in, is toxic. And I will tell you, this idea about this beautiful open internet, we all love each other, man, oh man, it isn't like that. And every day, whether it be an authoritarian regime or a Western nation, that isn't so free with what you say and how you say it, the need for this type is great. And I think with time, you know, we've got staying power. The project's been here for years. It's getting better every day. And our biggest issue is getting the word out. And I think once we hit that tipping point, you know, I think it's going to do great.
Right.
And I think people need to start looking at this project just outside about what, you know, how many Satoshis is it selling for today on the exchange, and say, what is this thing really capable of doing? And what we really want to do is empower people to build solutions. And this is the business development guy. Empower people to build solutions on our project. One of the earlier guys that helped me migrate into the project said, look, we're building the road, we're not building the cars. And I love that. You know, we have this solution that will allow you to build very easily, completely compliant with Ethereum at 1,000th or 100th the price, an Ethereum-based solution with decentralized hosting and all these benefits. Go out and find it. You know, do you want to build like the new WikiLeaks? Our platform would be perfect for those guys, or maybe some other type of thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be political content, but WikiLeaks, everybody understands, right? Those guys are under fire from around the world, and they have, you know, content that needs to get out there. And so whether it happens to be political content or private content or business continuity content, you know, stuff that you just don't want to go down, that you don't want to be attacked, where they can't focus in on a particular server to wipe you out, you know, or host portions of your content with us. You don't have to host all your website or all your business. Maybe there's pieces of your business that you say, look, this little piece right here really needs this kind of bulletproofness, if that's a word, right? You really need to have that ability to host that and know that it's going to be there. So you don't have to put everything with us. You can put some of it with us. And again, so it's unique, and it's been challenging for me. Because I think just the cryptocurrency aspect often overwhelms the solution. And I'm here to talk about the solution, and hopefully others will see that. They'll come to the project, they'll get involved, and they'll help use our road to build some really cool cars. And our developers will help them do that. You know, if they have questions or they need help or they're running into roadblocks, our guys are on Discord 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We've got guys living in Asia. We have developers in Europe. We have developers in the United States. We've got developers in South Africa. We've got people all over the place. And there's always somebody there all the time to be able to help. 24 hours a day, somebody will answer. And that's really cool.
Chris, thank you. And I have the links in the description, but the way I understand it is we're going to have a blockchain project which has a real world use product that's already built out, that gives passive income, makes that censorship resistant, which I like very much, and it gives people freedom to share and impart information in a decentralized manner. And it's working already. It's working already. There's no like, oh, in a few months time, we're doing this. No, it's working already. So that's just fabulous. Is there anything else you want to say or let people know that we haven't touched upon?
No, you know, other than, look, we have a great project, a great team. What we really need to focus on is building our community back. We really kind of live on Discord, and that's where we kind of all kind of congregate. And I would say that the Rich can put up and we'll put up an invite for Discord, and I would encourage people to click on that and come ask questions, kick the tires on the projects, meet the people online that are there. And I think that once you see the type of folks that are involved with this project, it's just good people doing good things. So that's really what we need at this point, is really trying to get people to come learn about us and come see for yourself. The project will sell itself. And come participate. You can be a node operator. You can start making money with this. You don't even have to run nodes or even have a virtual machine. You can find, and it's all in our Discord, you can find the node providers in a couple clicks, and you're already participating and running a node, and you're actually putting some etho in your pocket every day. It's cool stuff.
Very good, very good. Chris, listen, thank you so much. And I hope to have you back on, I don't know, in a month's time, a couple of months' time, or whenever there's big announcements. Feel free to invite yourself back on. And of course, we're going to stay involved through our mutual involvement with the Blockchain Privacy, Security and Adoption Alliance. Now, for anybody who's watching, if you have any comments or questions, put them in the description below. Sorry, in the comments below. Let me know, what do you think of Ether One? Are you running a node? Would you be interested? And between now and when I see you next, please keep filling your pockets with crypto profits. This is Crypto Rich and Crypto Chris signing out. All the best. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Rich.